been thinking about game in and game out is this team has so many guys, and David Adelman has experimented with all these different combinations. And I'm asking the question, what is Denver's best punch? What is their best format? How do they be the best versions of themselves? I don't think it involves Bruce Brown. That's like there's some other places where I'm like, maybe this goes here and that goes there, or that goes there and this goes here. One of the places where I feel pretty confident is look, going into the season, I think he was one of Denver's second or third best defenders, something like that. Right now, I would say he's fifth, maybe. And when you kind of get to that point, I think the calculus changes a little bit. The resurgence of not resurgence, but Spencer Jones's appearance, I think, changes a lot. I think Peyton Watson being as good as he has been, I think changes a lot. The fact that you're going to get Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown back, we brought Bruce in for a reason, and we let Russell Westbrook go for a reason. And I think the main thing is that you can't sit Russell Westbrook. Like that's just it just doesn't everywhere he's been, it just doesn't pan out in the locker room. If in any way you have to make it a little bit less about Russell Westbrook. And I get that. I've had this issue his whole career. I don't like that about him. Is that Russell Westbrook can't not make the game about Russell Westbrook. So I understand Bruce being here. If he's going to be here, he's here because he's here on a minimum. He doesn't need to play. And throughout this stretch of all these injuries and stuff, I get him being on the floor sometimes. Like if that's what you need, if you don't have enough bodies, I get it. But I just don't think he's one of the 10 best players on the Nuggets. Like I feel pretty confident about that.
I unfortunately have to agree. I think everything you said is fair. And I do think it is a really important point that you brought up, which is that, like, sure, he's on a minimum, but his stature in the league, like, you can bench Bruce. Nobody's going to make a stink, right? He loves being in Denver. So, yeah, he wants to play well, just like anybody would. But with Russ, it creates different issues. And so I think there's a lot of fans that probably just go, man, I don't get it.
We love Bruce.
Better.
I love Bruce.
Russ should be here. Like, he'd help the team more. And it's just like,
that's you.
When you have championship goals, you cannot afford any extra distractions. And I want to be clear. I enjoyed the Russell Westbrook experience in Denver. I thought he was a pro. I thought he helped Murray a lot. I thought he helped the team a lot. I thought he was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But from all the stuff we've heard, he had to go. And I'm at peace with it. It's unfortunate Bruce doesn't play better. But I do think that with the emergence of Spencer Jones, Peyton Watson is having his best year. Tim Hardaway's been fantastic. And you hope that Valanciunas comes back healthy.
Jalen Pickett is a better point guard.
Well, I'm not going to have a Pickett conversation with you right now. I'm still out on Pickett. He's been competent lately. He's just not athletic enough to play in the playoffs, man. We saw him shit his pants against OKC as soon as they pressured him a little bit. But no, I think that, like, Bruce was the ninth guy in the rotation. But if everybody's healthy, when you get to April and you have the starters and you have Cam, who was running that second unit beautifully, you have Watson, you have Val, you have Tim, and then maybe you probably mix in one other starter, I think you can get through with 8 guys. If Bruce can't play. Yeah. And he plays matchup dependent, right? Like, if there's the right matchup, you play Bruce. I don't think he's going to be involved enough to like lose us games. He's playing right now out of necessity, Ray. So I think even he understands he's not going to be playing this much. I mean, this happened to Reggie Jackson a couple of years ago. Remember when Reggie had to play all those minutes because Jamal kept getting hurt with like dumb ankle or calf injuries? And I was like, damn, Reggie's really struggling. It's like, yeah, he didn't think he was going to be playing 25 minutes a night.
He doesn't need to play 24 minutes a night. I get what you're saying. Like that, he's playing out of necessity. He should play right now, even right now. He's not. He shouldn't be ahead of Jalen Pickett. There's another guy who's also on this list. Is Julian Strawther.
Oof.
He's worse. He's worse. He's worse than Zeke.
Might not be an NBA player.
He's worse than Bruce. He's a shooter who can't shoot, who doesn't do a lot else.
Yeah.
I get it. He hasn't been healthy, so I'm like waiting on this him to turn some kind of corner, and maybe with an off season, he's how old is he? He's 23, so maybe with an off season, he hits the gym, he comes back a little bit better physically, and that makes it a little bit better for him to do things like finishing at the rim, and he works on his shot, I guess, and plays a little bit better defense and rebounds a little bit better and just plays better in general next year. We saw Peyton Watson make a jump of this nature, right?
Yeah.
But especially coming up on this trade deadline, if there are some guys who I'm like, there's I'm not saying there's no upside here, but again, we're talking about championship expectations. And even me, I'm the guy who was like, yeah, we should totally buy in on Peyton Watson, even though he's 21. He has all this potential. If there's a trade to be had, and they do need another point guard or a ball handler, if you don't like Jalen Pickett and you want to go get a point guard, you've got a couple of guys. You've got maybe this stretch for Zeke can be fruitful. And you wrap up like a Julian, Hunter Tyson, Zeke Naji, a couple of pick swaps into a nice little package to somebody, and you go get a player. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe.
Something they could do.
It's really sad with Julian, man. I mean, where I'm at with him is I still think he could be a star if he goes to play in China or like Puerto Rican League. Because he's got some handle, he's got some shake, he's got some shot making ability. He gets on these little runs, but he just doesn't have a tight enough handle or strength for the NBA defense. Have you noticed that? Like whenever he tries to turn the corner or get in the paint, he just gets bumped off.
He gets bumped
so easily and loses the ball, or it's just a disaster, man. Like honestly, she'd go down to G League.
Which is why I say the weight room to me is like the number one thing for him. I think sometime in the weight room would do him a lot of good because he has there's something there. I think we all kind of see it. It's just hard for him to convert.
He's got some game. We saw him ball out at Summer League. Like he can score the ball.
His shot, I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah, the NBA defense is what's getting it to him, but. Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to leave Nuggets talk on a positive here. I'm excited to see how hard the team is playing without its guys. It's kind of weird to see Jamal be the only one that's healthy. And then I have one more like interesting observation, and I swear this is not meant to be Jokic slander in any way. But if there's one more positive about him not being there, is that there isn't any of the like, oh my God, Jokic just made an amazing pass to me. I better not mess this up. All the guys are playing free. Have you noticed that? It seems like they come into these last two games knowing that they're the underdogs. Nobody expects them to do anything. And they fought really hard in both games. So it's kind of funny because if you go to back to before the championship, that's the mindset this team always had. Remember how much we loved the bubble Nuggets? They're just like playing free and didn't care, and I still feel like they played that way in the championship year. It's ever since the championship that there's been this kind of like, I don't want to say like dark cloud or malaise, but it's just been like the Nuggets hate expectations, man. They hate being the favorite. They love this. They love being the counted out underdogs that nobody believes in and everybody just wants to bury. And that's when they're like, that's what just gets them going for some reason.
I don't want to put all of that on Jokic. I'm not gonna lie. I think
3-time MVP.
Some of it I think was on Michael Malone. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure, that's fine.
I think that was also.
But does it make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's a degree to which necessity breeds. I was going to say something cool, but yeah, when you're in a situation where like, hey, you need to do this, and there's really nothing holding you back, and no pressure if you lose, and there are no expectations, and the other team doesn't expect shit from you either, and all these things come together to form a team with nothing holding them back. Like Peyton Watson, you might as well take 8 threes because there's nobody else here willing to shoot. Yeah.
You know who he's playing right now? And a lot of Nuggets fans are going to take this different ways. He's playing like Will Martin.
Hey, that's why we're close.
Somebody's got to shoot, right?
Somebody has to shoot. And he has the shake and he has the, he gets skinny. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.